Hi there, parents and students. It's lovely to be able to share with you a brief message and to speak about what our school theme for 2022-23 will be. As you know, this year our theme is based on the school value of love, called by love, called to love. Next year we are using our school value wisdom to base the theme on. And the theme is walk with wisdom from the word to the world. And we've based that theme on this Bible verse from James chapter 3 verse 17, where we read, "But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere." It's a beautiful Bible verse to base our theme on, because you see, all of us seek to be known as wise people, don't we? None of us wants to be considered a fool, but we want to be considered wise. But critically, where do we get that wisdom from? And here we read that it comes from above, from God, from His Word. You know, I always think about the Bible parable that Jesus told about the wise man and the foolish man. And one built his house on rock and one on the sand. So it speaks about the foundation of that wisdom. And for a while, both houses stood up, didn't they? Both houses looked good. But it was until the rains came down, the floods came up, until the troubles of the world and of worries and concerns, that suddenly we see that the house that was not built on true foundation wisdom fell down. And so for us, our wisdom must come from above. Well, we see that that wisdom is first pure. And because it comes from God, of course it is pure, it is perfect, it is righteous. That wisdom that comes from God is trustworthy. Well, it also says that it's peaceable. And when it speaks about wisdom being peaceable, we think of the proverb, don't we, that says, a soft word turns away wrath. Now that's a wise thing to do, isn't it? You know, we could stir up or we can pacify. And that's what the word peaceable means. It actually means to pacify. And you know, I always think about, you know, a baby that's crying. What does a mum or a dad do? They plonk a pacifier in its mouth. It's called a pacifier because it generally calms the baby down. And that's what wisdom, when it is peaceable, does. It settles things down. Well, we also read that it is gentle. And that means that it's patient. It doesn't seek to take revenge. You know, often when we're in a situation, you know, and something happens to us, we want to get our revenge or to fight back. But wisdom says, be patient. Well, it also says that it's open to reason. I love this aspect of wisdom because what it means is that, you know, a wise person is teachable. A wise person doesn't say, I know it all, there's nothing you can tell me. It actually is someone who says, well, here's my idea. Do you have something better? What can I learn from you? That's what wisdom is about. Well, wisdom from above is also full of mercy. Do you know that in the Bible, the Greek word for this, full of mercy, is eleos. And that is a characteristic used only in the New Testament to describe one of God's characteristics. He is merciful. And that's what wisdom from above does. When is it a time to show mercy? When it is a time when you can be black and white, or you can show some grace or some mercy in that situation. Well, it's full of good fruits. And whenever you hear that expression, good fruits, what do you think of? Out of the book of Galatians, the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Do you know, if that's how a wise person acts with that fruit of the Spirit, those good fruits, surely that is a good thing in a wise person as well. It also says wisdom is impartial. And that basically says we treat everyone the same. We don't have favorites. We don't say because of your status or your position, I'm going to give you better treatment than someone else. Wisdom says we are all equal in God's eyes. And that's what we must treat each other with as well. And finally, it says that it is sincere. See, wisdom, there's no hidden agendas. There's no hypocrisy. We speak the truth. And wisdom says that there is nothing behind what we're saying that you have to somehow try and guess. Well, I hope you can see that our school theme next year on wisdom, walk with wisdom, from the Word, God's Word, to the world is wonderful. In our day and age today, we're dealing with so much going on, aren't we? You know, what decision do I make? All of these sorts of things. How do I act in these difficult times? And that is where we need wisdom from God, not necessarily wisdom only then from the world. We speak here at Christian Alliance International School about being the best school for Hong Kong, the best school for the world. And do you know that when we train our students to walk with wisdom from God's Word to the world, then they will have a great impact in society because they will be seen as wise students, godly students. Well, what's the greatest wisdom? The greatest wisdom, first of all, is not only in how we act, but it is to know God. Do you know that the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and that is to know God, to love God. Truly, to be wise is to place your trust in Jesus Christ. So that is our school theme for next year. Walk with wisdom from the Word to the world. May Lord bless you, and may God grant you His wisdom, which He gives freely to anyone who asks. God bless. Thank you.